Time. Many of us feel that life is passing at lightning speed. We spend our days racing against the clock as we hurry here and rush there to meet deadlines and commitments. Some find themselves longing for a simpler time, when days were enjoyed and people were without rush. Travel with me, breathe in the fresh air, and let's take time to visit a beautiful place with a beautiful message that our modern days may have lost. Ridge Spring is located in SAULDA County and is just 40 miles outside of Columbia and within a 25-mile radius of Lexington, Edgefield, and Aiken. The town's name comes from the natural ridge on which the town sits and the spring behind Ridge Spring Baptist Church. Some iconic markers of the town include Ridge Springs Town Gazebo located at the intersection of South Carolina Highways 23 and 392. And next to it, the mosaic decorated tractor and the red caboose that serves as a welcome center. But what I was most impressed with is the town's motto that was written on the water tower, "Take time." And that's exactly what I did on my trip to Ridge Spring. I took time to talk with the locals, and I would like to introduce you to a few who took time with me. Across from the mosaic tractor, you will see an inviting station with the old SO sign proudly displayed.
Hi, I'm Jim Campbell, and this is my place. Well, I've been here since about 30 years, and fixing to retire. I'm back here at this back shop. We're gonna do some old antique cars and stuff, some old whatever comes through the door. But trying to make it look like an old gas station again, an old SO gas station.
Are you going to sell the antique cars?
Maybe. I know one's gonna go.
How did you get into restoring antique cars?
I love cars. I just like old cars. I've had a lot of old cars in my time.
What was your first one?
Well, not antique cars. Mine was my first car was a 63 Chevy Impala Super Sport, and then I built 8 Chevy 2 Novas. Bought them and resold them. And I just like building cars, old cars. Both those 2 cars were in a barn in Johnson for 40 years. They didn't go up and ran. I got that one, the yellow one over there, brought up about 6 weeks ago. Some of these cars are very hard to get parts for, especially like that old 26 Essex over there, and this Model A Ford right here. Well, these are dime a dozen. There's a lot of places you can get parts for them. So there's a 1926 Essex. There's not many of them floating around. There's another one just like this, but it's all apart, about 3 miles away. This car was originally from Wisconsin. We found the original tag plates under the back seat of this car. December 26th, Wisconsin. We drove it in the parade. Matter of fact, we took it down to the parade, and we're waiting in line, and I stalled the car, it wouldn't start. So we pushed it down the hill to get it started again. Ended up at the back of the parade instead of the front of the parade. And there was hardly any brakes on it. But it's a fun old car to drive. Me and the wife, we go antique shop. And I get all old, trying to convert it back to look like an old gas station. And we get all this stuff on top, like this hat right here. I found that hat up in West Virginia. You don't see these anymore. And all these old SO parts stuff, it's all stuff it's hard to find. Well, we're trying to make it look like an old thing. We put old cash register, gun machine in, cigarette thing back up there. Just a bunch of stuff. And hopefully we'll put gas pumps out front. We'll see.
Ridge Spring is a small town, but you'll find that it has plenty of places to visit and things to see. Two of the things that Ridge Spring is best known for is its antique shops and its peaches. Best known for its peaches, the land has been farmed since the 1700s. And in the 1900s, the first commercially grown peaches in the Southeast grew in its local orchards. No matter which side street you travel, you're most likely to see a beautiful peach orchard. Now let's hear from a longtime resident of Ridge Spring.
I'm Patrick Arnold from Ridge Spring, South Carolina. We moved here in 1979, so we've been here for a little while. When I was 3 years old, born in 1976. Ridge Spring is a farming community, small town USA out in the middle of the country. So this is rural America. We're surrounded by farms all the way around, peach farms, cow farms, etc. Ridge Spring, we're under 1,000 people. We're incorporated in 1771, and by pioneers, basically. The king gave land to a lot of people here in Ridge Spring, a lot of families of 40 to 60 to 200 to 500 acres plots, and settled the area to ward off or fend off Indians in this area in the 1700s, just to populate the area. So we had a lot of folks around, a lot of families around, and family names that are still here from the late 1700s.
Now let's visit one of the antique stores.
Hi, I'm Nancy Upchurch, and I'm one of the vendors at the Rabbit Box Antiques and Collectibles in Ridge Spring that helps out. Marie Burkett actually owns the store, and it's a lovely store. But I'm filling in. We sell many different things. We sell handmade items, artwork, we sell antiques and decor. We have baskets and furniture and dolls and flowers and wreaths. We have jewelry. I believe we even have candle melts. We have some beautiful hand-made candle motifs out of pine and coasters. We have olive wood from Bethlehem. The store runs lots of specials throughout the year at the different holiday seasons. We raffle off baskets, and all the vendors put really cool things into the baskets for the winners. We had a chili cook-off just the other day. The store is open Tuesday through Saturday, Tuesday and Wednesday, 11 to 4, Thursday and Friday, 10 to 5, and Saturdays, 10 to 3. But it's wonderful, and when Marie's here and you get to meet her, she is just a sweetheart. So we all love being here. The vendors always keep their booths really nice, and there's such a variety, you just have to come out and check it out. So this is my olive wood I imported from over in the Holy Land. It is sourced from the yearly pruning of the olive trees of Bethlehem. Once I have the wood, I paint on it, I create art, I make jewelry with it, tea lights, keychains, key wristlets. I do everything I can think of, even little purse clips. I work it in. But I started this about 3 years ago. I picked up a paintbrush at 59. I'll be 62 next month, and God has given me a wonderful little gift here. And it helps me spread the word of our Lord and salvation.
And just a few doors down, we can visit another beautiful store.
Rebecca Arnold owns this shop, 71 Interiors, and it's kind of been a lifelong labor of love, really, for her. She grew up with a mother who owned an antique shop, and she has an older sister who has owned many antique shops and has one now in Black Mountain, North Carolina. On a whim, several years ago, Becky took an old piece of furniture that needed some love, and she painted it and realized that she was really good at it. A lot of people came over and looked at it and agreed, said, "This is fabulous, you need to do this." And so through the years, she's done some different things, painting furniture, and what she really wanted was to open a shop. She lives here in Ridge Springs. There's family here in Ridge Spring. Her mother-in-law was the mayor of Ridge Spring for quite a long time, so there's strong ties here. And she and her husband bought this building and renovated it. Front half is all of Rebecca's antique furniture and different home interior pieces. Not all of it is antique or old, but most of it is. It has a story. In the back now, she has vendors who have just started at the 1st of January, renting from her and setting up booths in the back. And it's been going really, really well. She's been here almost 2 years now in this building. And the best part, I think, a lot of people think, this is Mojo. He's also kind of been called Famous Mo by a lot of people here in town that know him, and people who have come to the shop and met him back when she had her original shop on Green Street. And he's kind of the original shop breeder. And this is Angus, who is learning the ropes. He's a year old, and people are really starting to get to know Angus, and he's Famous Angus. And he's also learning the ropes. So they're always here. This is the Bulldog shop of Ridge Spring.
And now let's hear from another business owner.
I'm Patrick Arnold with Ridge Estate Services. We help people make sense of stuff. We do estate sales, estate planning. We help families and clients figure out what to do with stuff. When families go through someone going to assisted living or passing away, we go in and make sense out of everything in the household, and barns and outbuildings, garages, everything. We also help people with cleanouts, buyout cleanouts, and that's where, hey, I'm already in talks with a real estate agent, and I need to get everything gone quickly. So we move quickly on that. We'll clean out a whole house and contents of outbuildings and so forth, and get it ready for sale. We also do auctions on some more valuable things that we can advertise nationally in an online auction. And we really enjoy doing it and look forward to helping anyone make sense of all their stuff.
Here, right here by the gazebo and the intersection of the roads, we have the Highway 23 yard sale, which was started here. It goes from Leesville, South Carolina, all the way to Modoc, South Carolina. This is like the Atlanta traffic jam when it happens, and it's very, very big. We all have a good time, and there's a lot of other things that go on here in town. We've got a farmer's market across the street. As a matter of fact, that's the first weekend in June. First weekend in June is also the AMEC fundraiser event. It was all derived from an airplane accident from a local person. And at the fire department, we have a big benefit for a bunch of stuff.
So how long does the yard sale go on? How many days? You said it's
2 days.
2 days.
2 days, starts early in the morning, goes till 4 or 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Depends.
Do you know the dates this year?
First weekend in June. Always the first weekend in June.
Hi, my name is Nancy Upchurch. Everyone calls me Nan. I am a vendor here. I am an artist, and I work with olive wood from the Holy Land. What I love about the town of Rich Spring is I love small town America. The people are so friendly. We have many different stores here to shop in, antiques and then modern and decor. We have a wonderful restaurant in town called Juniper's. They make the best corn chowder. When you drive into Rich Spring, you see a beautiful gazebo, an old train car, just community. There's the Rich Spring market that they have, the yard sale that they have every spring, I believe it is in May and June, where everyone sets their stuff out. From Edgefield all the way through Batesburg, it's miles and miles, and the stores are always open and everyone comes up for a good time. But mainly small town America is where it's at, and Rich Spring is a beautiful town to visit.
Ridge Spring is definitely a place to take time to visit. It's almost like going back in time, a simpler time. It's a place where I met people who were not in a rush, but were eager to take time to share their stories. It's a tight-knit community with a warm southern hospitality. Ridge Spring is a small town with a big welcome to passerbys. You can't own time, but you can use it. You can't keep time, but you can spend it. And Ridge Spring is a wonderful place to spend time. And with all this, we barely scratch the surface of all the wonderful people and places that Ridge Spring has to offer. You'll just have to take time and visit it yourself.